All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless your day. And hold on, I said some stuff on my face. Anyway, hopefully the Most High in your house shall bless your day by His mercies. It's blessing your day by His mercies. You aren't consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house shall's body, and two, we're naturally alive, man. I just want to get into this real quick, man, because honestly, I was just thinking about this. I know I was reading it. What was I looking at? I was thinking. No, I was watching the class the other day. And actually, hold on. I gotta get this. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Okay, yeah. I had to. Yeah. Anyway, I was saying, but no, I was watching. Shout out to brother sent me firstborn. I was watching this class the other day, man. And no, and also too, he's going into like how David, David and the son of David being how shy, of course, the testimony, the witness, the gospel, the new covenant, man. How shy comes in the volume of the book, but I just want to get into this, man, because a lot of times too, it's all faith. Because don't get twisted. Because we talked about this the other day, I believe, man. Listen, honestly, man, listen, because don't get wrong twisted, man. Because the Peter and the disciples, and and other points in time in history, man. We had people they carried their swords with them. They had their swords with them. Because if you feel like you need wherever you know what place you're at, especially in where you at, wherever you at, wherever it's in the four corners of the earth, but especially in this country, in this side of the East Coast Kingdom, that you won't need to be licensed to carry, or if you need a gun, that's cool. That's your business, man. Because don't get twisted. Because what did your house shall say? Listen, buy a sell your garment and buy a sword. During the time when the disciples was going to be and disciples and apostles were going to be persecuted. But also too as well. But just know that doesn't save you, man. Because we about to get this in Psalms and Psalms, and this is David, one of the most mightiest words in history ever, man. So so yeah, man. And don't get it twisted. Also Nehemiah too. They said, it says what's that Nehemiah when they said they slept with the swords with them, man. So don't get it twisted, because modern day gun is kind of like a sword, man. To be honest with you, but. At the end of the day, that doesn't save you, man. That doesn't. It's really the faith in the Most High house, you trust in them. Honestly, man, we're gonna look at this too. Then we're gonna get this in Judah, because also this is Dave right here, but this is also this also ties into what we gonna get into David and Goliath, how all the testimony as well, how even we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at this again, man. We're going to look at this. Psalms chapter 44, verse 6. It says, for I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So, yeah. So, this is David. This is one of the greatest warriors ever, walk the earth, man. Honestly, man. He's even saying this is trust in the Most High house. Let's get this in Judith real quick. Yeah, Judah chapter 7, verse 10, it says, for this people, the children of Israel, do not trust their spears, but in the height of the mountains wherein they dwell, because it is not easy to come up to tops of their mountains. Yeah. So it says these people do not trust in in their spears, man. Let's read Psalms 44 and 6 again. It says, for I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So yeah, man, let's grab this, man, because let's go 2 Samuel real quick, man. Because speaking of David, let's look at this, man, because this is all because I was talking about this with my brother last night, man. The scriptures, man, it's the same reoccurring theme. It's just like we always talk about, man. It's nothing new under the sun. It's there's different people with the same spirit, whether it's wickedly or righteously or wickedly, man. It's the same people. It's that reoccurring theme, man. It's like that movie, TV show, video game, anime, whatever you want to call, whenever you want to look at it as, it's that, honestly, man. So yeah, man, let's grab this. Where we're gonna go? 2 Samuel real quick, 17, man. Because notice how since we start with that, that he says my bow or nor does my sword save me, man. Because listen, when David did what he had with Goliath, man, he didn't have a what you call him sword wasn't in his hand. Let's look at the 2 Samuel chapter 17 and verse 1 Samuel. I'm sorry, I put 2 Samuel. 1 Samuel chapter let's get this, man. 17 and 50. Let's look at this. 2 Samuel chapter 17 verse 50. It says, so David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. So yep, exactly. So yeah, there was no sword because it was his trust and faith in the Most High Yahushua, man. Like, it was his faith in that. Like, he had no sword in his hand. That's why Yahushua. Let's get this in Second Esdras 13, because it's crazy. Today's the 13th, and I want to talk about this. Yeah, let's look at this, man. Second Samuel, this all lines up with the testimony. It's the same thing, man. That's why the Most High Yahushua comes in the bottom of the book. It's the same thing, man. It's the same, the witness, the testimony, the gospel, new covenant, man. It's the same thing. Let's read Samuel First Samuel 17 verse 50 again, because this is David. So David prevailed over the Philistine, and with a sling with a stone, and smote the Philistine and slew him, but there was no sword in the hand of David. So get second Esdras chapter 13 verse 9. Let's look at this. It says, and lo, they saw the violence and of the multitude. This is Yahushua, the son of David. And lo, they saw the violence of the multitude that came. Neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. So see. So it says, let's read 2 Esdras 13 again. It says, and lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up his hand, nor held any sword, nor any instrument of war. So see, exactly, man. So that's just is what it is right there. So that's just same thing with David, man. Now the son of David is going to do the same thing, man. It's all the same type of deal. That's all the importance of the gospel and the testimony and the witness of Yahushua, man, because he comes in the bottom of the book, man. It's all about him. I was talking about that with a brother, one of my brothers yesterday, man. But let's see what David did have, and we're gonna look at this as well, because it's all going to tie into it's all going to tie into future prophecy, you see, man, because it all ties into Yahushua. It says, verse 49, let's read it above. And David put in his hand thence a stone, and slang it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead, and he fell upon the face of the earth. So yeah, exactly. So it said he had a stone, right? And he killed the Philistine. And what was in because there was other people that was represented of was going to be the beast, the son of perdition, and as prophesied, man. There was one Goliath, actually, two Sennacherib, three Absalom. Because what was pretty much, but we're gonna focus on Goliath, because what was since we're talking about David and Goliath, and since we're talking about that, what was Goliath doing? Pretty much, he's pretty much blaspheming the armies of the Most High Yahushua, the armies of the Most High, the armies of God. I mean, he's blaspheming, and and the word goes into that. It goes into don't even blaspheme anything associated with the Most High Yahushua, anything associated with that. But he's pretty much blaspheming a lot. The same thing the beast is going to do, the son of perdition going to do, and we know the son of perdition will come out of the line of Edom. So it's the same thing he's going to do. But notice how I said David took a stone, and David killed him with a stone, in his forehead, man, Yeah, and that even in that stone, because isn't the Most High in Yahushua like a rock or a stone, and doesn't he have the one? Doesn't it say in Deuteronomy 6 and Shema had the word in our foreheads, had the word in our minds? But that is kind of symbolic of, if you look at it, man, as my thoughts are in your thoughts, man. You have earthly thoughts, I have heavenly thoughts. My counsel shall stand. The counsel of the world, or the serpent, or Satan, that's not going to overcome my counsel, man. That's kind of looking at that. But let's read this one more time. Let's read this one more time, because we're going to look at this as well. Because it's all the same thing is going to happen. It says, 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 49, and put his hand in the bag, and thence took a stone, and slang it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk in his forehead, and he fell upon the face of the earth. So yeah. So notice that it said it was a stone. Let's get this Revelation 18 real quick, man. The same thing what the house is going to do to the to son of one of the other nations too, in the son of perdition, the beast, the false prophet. He's gonna do the same thing, man. That's why I said let's grab this, man. Revelation chapter 18 verse 21, and yeah, it says, And the almighty angel took up a great millstone. Took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea. And thus saying, thus with violence shall great city Babylon be thrown down, and it shall be found no more. So you see, it's the same type of deal, man. Because that's gonna happen to the son of perdition, the beast. Like, of course, Edom, like, the nation, Edom, and all these other nations, the kings and rulers, and like, don't get twisted though, because like we on a balanced tip, like he's come from the righteous and the wicked, the circumcised and uncircumcised. Listen, he's starting with the judge. The judgment is, of course, starting here, man. He said in the house of Israel, not only just with our people, but the believers are of our people. Then, of course, it's going to go to people. Then he's come back for righteous and wicked. But we just want to establish that the fact that just like David came, like, with the stone, like, and to kill Goliath, that's where Yahweh Shah is coming to kill, like, the son of perdition will be kind of like, akin to, like, because it's all the same thing, akin to, Goliath, man, because he's blaspheming pretty much, which is the son of perdition and the beast is going to do, and that's what it is. He's going to come with that great millstone, man, and destroy it. So, let's get Revelation chapter 18 verse 21. And the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be not found no more at all. Yeah. So that's why even Psalms 137 it kens to. That's why that beast is gonna come out the line of Edom, because because of course with Jacob and Esau, but also too even says Edom, daughter of Babylon. Let's get Psalms 137 real quick. I didn't read this in a minute. Of course, this is judgment on Edom too as well. But Psalms chapter 137 verse 7. Dang, I didn't read this in a minute. Remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom and the dead Jerusalem, who said, raise it, raise it. Yeah, it's talking about Obadiah and it says Obadiah also too, and words of that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it gives hold on, y'all, hold on. But no, we'll just read it. We'll just read it there. I don't want to get Psalm chapter 137 verse 7. It says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom and the dead Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. And this is when when the Babylonians came, and Edom they came in, like, they had nothing to do with it, but they was blocking the way, like, when the Babylonians came in. That's somewhere in gosh, I'll look at it later. But it says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom and the dead Jerusalem, and who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, see, who art destroyed, thou happy shall he be that reward thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dashes thy little ones against the stones. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, man. So that's why Edom's akin to, like, daughter of Babylon, like son of course, like, Edom, like the line of Edom now, which is like the 2nd 69 and Lamentations 4, like, but also too the son of perdition will come out of the line of Edom, man. So yeah, man, pretty much, man. That's just it is what it is as well. And also too, well, let me say this about Edom, because even though I believe, of course, Edom, like, of course, me is gonna, a lot of people. It doesn't even matter, like, a lot of times, because like the brother somebody the first one said, listen, just don't be like that, man. If Esau don't matter, because, like, listen, I'm of the belief that Esau is a so-called Caucasian, so-called white man, so-called white race, the Caucasian race. But that doesn't matter. Even if you think he's an Arab man or dark-skinned man, or like he's a, like, it doesn't matter. Just don't be like that, man. But what that is really doesn't just the skin tone or what his physical appearance is not going to pretty much matter, man. Because you can, like, look at Bob Marley, for instance. Like, he's an Edomite. His father was a so-called Caucasian. He was dark, so that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's really about that's a whole nother story for another day. I don't really want to get into that. That goes into genealogies and that's really stuff like that. I just wanted to say that real quick too, but yeah, man. But it says yeah. So let's look at that as well, man. Because you know what? Hold on, because I gotta look at something. All right, yeah. Here's that first Ezra 4 and 45. Yeah, that's for that Psalms 140. For that Psalms 137 that we just read. Yeah, because this is what they did, man. Yeah, first Ezra 4 and verse 45. It says, yep. It says, thus thou hast It says, "Thou hast vowed to build us a temple, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldeans, which the Babylonians, and pretty much the Esau they got and like pretty much what kind of Esau do now throughout his got involved in something that had nothing to do with them, just for a stake to to mess with the children of Israel, to mess with our people, man. So yeah, man. Similar to like that's why it's nothing new on the sun, man. Similar like that's why I can tell like this by spiritually like this it doesn't really matter, but because even people have like that standpoint. But look at this. Let's really read this and think about something in history. That let's read this again. It says, "Thou hast also vowed to build the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldeans." So yeah, when the Babylonians came in and burnt the temple, like because Obadiah talks about this, and also too, what's that? Also, yeah, Obadiah and I forgot else. I think Amos talks about this as well. The Esau came in, they had nothing. They came in and burned and made desolate when they had nothing to do with them. So similar, like even outside the world. Let's look at a time like Black Wall Street, right? We had our own thing going on, Jake. Our people had our own thing going on, and and who came to burn it down? Esau, man, so-called Caucasian. They had nothing to do with them. We had our own thing. They just came to burn it down. But that's but that's like in hey, that's what was written, man. He said, "Listen, I shall slay my brother," man. So that's just is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's more about spiritually, as well. Because I use that as an example outside the work, but quiet as kept too. The people don't notice that they built Black Wall Street back up. It was built back up, but it wasn't as known. But pretty much, man, that all goes back to Genesis, like in the beginning, man. The Most High house shall seed, the righteous seed versus the serpent seed, and that's what it is. Just like Cain, Esau was like the lineage, spiritually like the lineage of Cain. He was like the line of Cain. It's pretty much that's what it is, and so that's just is what it is, man. So, and that's why, man, because it's bigger than the it's a spiritual reason like this child of the promise versus the child of the wicked one, man. So it's crazy. I just finished reading Matthew 13, and that's just is what it is. So, but yeah, that's what I was saying, like things like that. That's how me personally, I had a standpoint that Esau is a so-called it's really about like spiritually looking at it. I was like, okay, cool, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, let's go 1 Samuel 17:37 again, man. Yeah. And shoot, even like we read the other day, just like when after Solomon fell, man, when the Most High house shall raise up an adversary for us for that disobedience, because he waited till David, what did he do? He got that Edomite that was in Egypt. He said, listen, because he heard that David and Joab died. This is in 1 Kings 11, and he came to attack. It came to attack us, man. So yeah, man, I just want to go into that. But let's get 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 37. It says, and moreover, David, it says, David said, moreover, the Lord deliver me out of the paw of the lion and the paw of the bear, and he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And said unto David, go, and the Lord will be with thee. So yeah, let's look at this again. Oh yeah. 1 Samuel chapter 17 verse 37. It says, and David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and let the Lord be with thee. Verse 38. And Saul armed David with the armor. He put on the helmet of brass upon his head, and he armed him with the coat of mail. So yeah, exactly, man. So and that's just that's just is what it is right there. Let's go to Revelation chapter 13 real quick, man. Because the son of David is going to do the same type of thing, but man, it's all spiritually, man. But Revelation chapter, but he's going to rescue us out from the beast, man. His sons and daughters, the children of Israel, the ones that believe, man, from the beast, man. It says, Revelation chapter 13 verse 2. It says, and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was like a feet of a bear. Just like, just like we read, and his mouth was like the mouth of a lion, and the dragon which gave him his power, and his seat was in great authority. But yeah, then we just read how Yahushua is going, the son of David is going to do the same type of thing. But see, this time let's go to Ephesians real quick, man. The breath, because notice how he said put on the helmet and breastplate. Let's look at this. You know what? Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon real quick, man, because we got the spiritual armor this time, man. So Wisdom of Solomon 5:18. Then let's look at this, man. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and verse 18. And it says, he shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and true judgment instead of a helmet. He taketh holiness for an invisible shield. So let's look at this again. He shall put on righteousness as a breastplate, and the true judgment instead of a helmet. And he shall take holiness for an invincible shield. I'm sorry, my bad, y'all. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let's go to Ephesians 6:14. So this time, like, that was what David put on, was the symbolical and putting on the full armor, man, of faith, righteousness, which is of faith, belief, holiness, peace, like, joy, all those things, man. But the full armor, man. All right, Ephesians chapter 6 and verse. I'm sorry, not Ephesians chapter 6 verse. Okay. Ephesians chapter, my bad. How am I forgetting this? This is the classic one. I'm forgetting this one. I was just looking at Ephesians chapter 6. Okay, I was right. 6 and verse 14. Yeah, I was just going. I'll jump too far. Yeah. Yep. It says. It says, stand therefore, have your loins girt about with truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, exactly. And your feet shall be with the preparation of the gospel of peace, exactly. Above all, taking the shield of faith, yeah, that invincible shield, because faith, yeah, it's invincible, man. More sturdy than the Captain America shield, I'll tell you that. That shield of faith. It said, wherewith ye shall quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And it says, and take the helmet of salvation, the sword of the spirit, which is the word of Yahweh, because Hebrews says, like, listen, in Revelation goes into the words like the sword. The word is a sword, man. So is what it is. In verse 18, let's end it right here. It says, praying with all prayer, supplication in spirit, and watching there unto with all perseverance. Perseverance and supplication for all saints, exactly, man. So having that spiritual breastplate on during that time, but that time comes, even day to day, when during your trials and tribulations, man. But it all goes into David and Goliath, like, or no, it all goes into how Shah comes in the bottom of the book, man. Like the son of David. Since we talking about David, we've been talking about David lately, like, and the son of David, man. This all goes into how Shah, how he comes in the volume of the book, man. Like, the testimony, the witness, the gospel, the new covenant, man. He comes in the bottom of the book, man. Because when we say that, it's a lot of times too. Because a lot of times I'll tell them about this, like the whole book is about Yahushua, the man, Most High Yahushua, like, because honestly, man, because a lot of times people believe in the pre-existence of Yahushua, but like, no, the whole book is about Yahushua. Because even when you read the gospel and the epistle letters, what are they based it off of? Genesis through Malachi, man. Even, of course, the Apocrypha, of course, I would say it's Genesis through Malachi, but how it's all like, had to, like, shout out to brother Akawar, man. Shout out to you, brother. Like he said perfectly, man. Like, when you read this, man, shout out to brother like him, Assembly's firstborn, brother, Kwame Call, Shalom, Elijah. When you read this, man, we had to read it, like, through the Most High House's, eyes, man, like, because it's about them. Like he said, my words are spirit, man. Like, that's, and this all of not just like pouring them out there so you can believe on him as the scripture says. Because listen, know that I'm true, because I'm like, I come in the volume of the book. Just believe on me as the scripture has said. Exactly, man. So you know who you're dealing with. Like, and that's just is what it is, man. So it's really the preaching of this. It's really for the faith of the people, of the believers, to get, like, the sons and daughters to be increased. So, like, and we live according to the promises, like, have faith, live according to promises, and obedience to his law, statutes, commandments, to his instruction. So, yeah, man, that's just what it is, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. Much love to our brothers and sisters. So, peace.